Welcome to Toffee Blue View, your source for all things Everton. I'm Gerry. There's David. There's Max. And I forgot the name of the guy I said was sitting out there. Roland. Thank you, Roland. Roland is still here. He's been here every day. How could I forget? So, guys, January is fast approaching, and it couldn't come soon enough. A lot of people are looking forward to Christmas. Me, I'm ready to buy some players. All right? Let's I can't say that and sound like normal. If I try that, I'm just going to sound like a total idiot. So I'm glad you went there.
Whereas I sounded completely normal.
Oh, yeah. It sounds like you normally say that.
Yeah, I do.
With your friends.
It's what I call myself when we're walking out to go, the players.
Awesome. Now that Sam is in, we have to keep coming to terms with this. It's like exposure therapy. So we have to think about, who's this guy going to bring in? And I know right now, I mean, I've gone over, and we were talking about it before we started recording, I've gone over all the different teams he's managed and all the different players that he's brought in over the past. There's very few trends, and I feel like that fits what we were talking about in an earlier video. The fact that he's a pragmatist to the point where he tends to make the decision that needs to be made at the time. You know, Max, you mentioned by any means necessary in a previous video, and I think that actually is sort of the way he thinks. I think that's the way, it may be his approach to bringing in players. I'm not sure if it's a thing like Koeman where he's like, I have this perfect system where I need a target man and I need this and I need these pieces to run my system. We decided Sam doesn't really have a system, right? Yeah. So it could be anything. So let's start off by talking about our needs. Maybe that's the best way to kind of maybe figure out how this is going to go. All right? So most obvious need for you guys. Max, you want to start off? Because I think David started off the last one.
Centre forward. The centre forward is the most, like, seriously is the first buy that we should be making. You know, it should be a centre forward, and it should be like a statement centre forward. So, like, whether that means, you know, ringing Arsene Wenger up again and saying, listen, I know Koeman tried to get you, but, you know, it's Big Sam now, and, you know, we'd still fancy him. But the centre forward's like the first piece of business I think we need.
And we do fancy him, by the way. Let's just point that out. We do fancy him.
Then obviously from there, I think it just goes from like kind of personal preferences where you want to see the team kind of tidied up. So like, I really want another left back. I really want another left back because when Baines is out of the squad, there's no one there that's natural in that position to fill in. So I feel like another left back needs to be brought in. And possibly like wingers of a first team quality, because I know we've got the likes of Lookman, Vlasic, but they still, as we've discussed many times, still have the kind of the inexperience and flaws to the game. So maybe trying to get a winger that's in the prime, that would be, you know, that. So I think Olivier Giroud, a left back, and a good winger would probably be my essentials.
Can I ask you to possibly name a different striker that's not Giroud? Here's why. I'm asking this being a dick. I am because
nothing new there.
Yeah, I know. I'm asking this because I'm worried that the Giroud ship has sailed. All right. I thought we had a better chance about earlier when we weren't farther down on the table, and he has since come out and reiterated that I want to fight for my place here at Arsenal. They're looking top 4 right now. We're looking not so much. I'm worried that that's just not even a consideration anymore. So if Giroud comes, I'm psyched because he's awesome. Hold up play, target man, great in the air, you know, and also just devastatingly handsome. But who else? Who else would you go with?
Again, this is where it gets really hard. Again, you will just laugh at me now, but I said this about 2 years ago. I proper wanted us to go in for Timo Werner. And
everybody, I agree. No, it'll be awesome, right?
his market value now will be sky high. So I don't think we'll be anywhere near to getting someone as good as him. But that was and again another player. Again, I'll get laughed at. I said Mauro Icardi when he was going because he had a spell. A few, I think it was a year ago. He was having a bad time, and I think everyone was on his back. So I was thinking, maybe go in there, but again, he's been banging them in, as is Werner, and his market value is going to go high. So that's the thing. If we want a goal scorer, we're looking at like 30, 40 million plus. So it's really hard unless we're going to go for just a big man up front, which I don't think Evertonians will be happy with. We need the goal scoring quality. We need that bit of goal scoring quality up front. So, with the exception of Giroud, I don't know. I'm really a bit stumped.
Yeah, but I mean, just touching on Icardi there, what a player he is, by the way. What a player he's turned out to be. And you are right. I think 2 years ago there would have been a chance to go in for him because wasn't he fighting with the Inter Milan fans?
Yeah,
yeah, but I mean, he's turned out phenomenal for them.
He's looking really good this season too.
Yeah, it's a shame, and because I think he could go on to be a bit of a club legend there. But anyway, I think it's nailed on that Everton are going to go in for Benteke. I think I can understand what Max is saying, but at the same time, I'd still like to see some physical presence up top, which is something I think we've lacked. As I said, last season we had a lot of the time when we're under the cosh. That outlet is pumping the ball up. I don't want to be a long ball team, by the way, but just you want as many options as you've got to get forward and hitting that ball forward. We tried it with Calvert-Lewin, he's not that type of player. I think we need a physical person up top. I think he likes Benteke, obviously, because he's had him at Palace, and I think he's going to be an option, to be honest. I'm not saying he's a great player, but I think he could do a job at Everton.
I'm curious if Benteke fits into Roy's plans at Palace. Talking to the Palace supporter from their podcast, and it seems like I was hoping he would say that Benteke's style does not match well with Roy at all. I was really hoping that's what he would say, but it didn't sound like that. It sounded like they've had to run like patchwork strikers, with Zaha and Townsend playing those striker roles, and it's not even, they don't even have strikers playing strikers. So I'm curious, once they start getting Benteke in, how it fits, how it works, because you guys have just mentioned two players I think would be awesome for us, and they fit what we need. They're not speed demons. Neither one of them are going to be tracking down balls, beating the defense to any of those. But they both are great first time finishers. They both can, in the air, and they both can hold up play is awesome for both of them. And they can also connect play. They're not their touch is not bad. So, honestly, I would love either one of those, but I'm a little worried about either one of those letting them go.
Yeah. I feel like Giroud would be the better option, but maybe as you said, I think that one's probably sailed. I hope not. I would have the conversation like Max said about just saying Koeman was unsuccessful, but because equally, surely Giroud's got to be looking at his own personal career. I think it says a lot about him if he's not fighting at the moment to be in the Arsenal team. He's point blank just being on the bench. He's not getting in that team at all. So I think if he wants to play football, Everton's perfect for him. I think we are in a false position. I think a player like him could push us up the league. Yeah. So he'd be great. But I think Benteke is probably the realistic option. I think he probably would follow Allardyce. And it's just if Palace would be prepared to let him go.
Yeah.
I'm going to throw some different possibility here. All right? I think Walsh has got his guy in Big Sam. And with Big Sam, he's allowing him to make purchases that he really wants to make. Walsh is gonna start feeling like himself. He's gonna be able to identify these targets. Those hidden gems that we supposedly hired him for.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna see him start going after those more, and he's gonna have Allardyce's approval. So I think there's gonna be some names mentioned that we've seen mentioned before a little bit, but not that often. I think we're gonna start buying a decent amount of hidden gems. And I got to be honest, guys, why is it that I don't think center forward is our biggest problem?
I genuinely was going to say, I was just waiting for this to kind of move on, but I think centre back is a massive problem for Everton. I know we brought Keane, but
that's the one that's killing me.
I was looking. I had a quick chat with Tom, who kind of created, the expected goals database that Opta do, and he was saying that Everton have conceded the second most expected goals in the league, but in terms of scoring, they've scored about how many goals they should have so far this season from the chances they've created. So for me, it just screams the problems at the back. And I think Keane can come good eventually, but Jagielka's getting on. Williams just looks finished. The three of us may as well be honest. He looks finished, doesn't he? Yeah. I'm hoping maybe Coleman might come in for Sunderland in January, because I think that would be a perfect move for both parties if he went to Sunderland. Obviously, with the former Welsh manager, that could work. But I think we need another centre back in there.
Yeah, I feel like, as you've said, Jags does look like he's on. I fancy my chances with Holgate. I do like Holgate as a centre half. Because if you watch them against West Ham, his confidence must have been, really on edge playing next to Williams. And Williams, again, he didn't have a good game, but Holgate, he was the one who looked like the senior leader at the back. And I feel like we need to repay a bit more faith in Holgate. And again, look, we've got Brendan Galloway yet to come back as well. So, they're two players that I feel like we could utilise at the back. But the only reason I say I feel like our centre forwards are most our go-to is that we just lack an identity, and I feel like putting an attacker in there, like a strong centre forward, it just help us mould a bit more of an identity as a team, So I get your point, and I do accept it, and I could probably understand if we got a centre half in before we got a centre forward, but I just feel like we need to develop a bit more of an identity as an attacking team.
Maybe it's fair to say it's just not one position. Maybe it's fair to say that we need two positions this January. Of all things, it needs to be those two places need to be filled. It can't just be one or the other. It needs to be both. I think that's probably a fair assessment.
It's kind of like saying, I think we have two problems in this room. Number one, we have no oxygen, and number two, we have no food. Both of them are serious issues, and both of them will make you die. So I think that's where we're left, is two legitimate, really, really large problems. I think one is the only reason that I think if I asked this question near the beginning of this season, when we weren't scoring any goals, my first reaction is we need a striker, period. Yeah. Why do we suck so bad? So, but then we started scoring goals. And we actually scored more goals when Unsworth came in.
Yeah.
That's the one thing. However, we also started shipping a lot, and defensively we started looking like, I don't know, there were games where Jags just looked slow. And that is rare. That is not him. That's weird. And that's something that comes from just playing too much, but also the fact that he's older, So I don't think we can rely on him. I think he can play 1 out of every 3 games and he'll be okay. Maybe the same thing with Williams. Maybe we're just expecting too much of them. Get a good left-sided center half. Get a left back, like you said, man. Max, we can't live without another left back. This is ridiculous.
You think we're going to give Garber the go in January then?
I don't know. Like he's not registered, is he?
But can you
Can he be?
register him in
I thought he
January? I
could be.
think. Yeah.
Yeah,
He starts every game for the 23s.
I'd love to see that because when he did get that run
Yeah.
in the first team, he didn't look out of place. And again, obviously we've got Gilfie there, but he provides another option from set pieces as well. So
Yeah.
I'm thinking we're gonna buy one though. I gotta be honest. I don't know.
I just feel like it needs to be the right guy. Like I feel like we just brought in someone to cover already in Martina, and he's just being found out. It's not even his fault, but he's just genuinely not good enough. He's a good wing back for a championship side, I think. And at this level, he's just being found out time and time again.
Well,
I just
Koeman
don't
made the
want
mistake of trying to make him cover for a right back or for a left back. Why is he playing cover on the left? That makes no sense.
You can tell as well. He's always trying to shift the ball onto his right foot as well.
It's not possible,
There's problems. So I agree with what you said there, David. The championship level, most definitely.
All right, so basically, I think you have all the answers you need, everybody out there. We've told you everything about the January window. Clearly, we have all the answers. We have a pipeline into Big Sam's brain. See, they're agreeing with me with their silence.
Sorry, I'm just thinking at this point, I'm still kind of comprehending calling Big Sam as our manager. I think I had a moment of realization there. And it was where everything went dark and all the sound just disappeared in my head, and it was, let's just move on quick.
It's really why we're doing all these Big Sam videos, is we literally have to face it. Face your fear. It's like that moment in Fight Club where he says, "No, don't look away from it. That's your pain. Look at your pain." It's the same thing.
Just Sam's face like that. That's our pain.
Oh, we have to laugh. All right, so that's it for our January window with Sam. All right, just to give that a big bow. If you're digging the videos, please subscribe, like, comment. Tell us what kind of players you think are going to be coming in January. All right, so do that. Check out David's writing on the Toffee Blues website and on the Sportsman. Also check out Max's writing on the Toffee Blues website. That's all I have. We gotta go get you ready for Huddersfield now. All right? Bye.